Okay, that sets us up for recession. But remember, the GDP is the whole economy. Maybe we have a more finely tuned measure. So let's keep going. Industrial production. This looks a little more exciting. By the way, what's the difference between the GDP and industrial production? Industrial production is only about a third of the economy. Only about a third. It's mining, manufacturing, public utilities. Leaves out agriculture, construction, transport, communication, public utilities, finance, services. And all those things are still in GDP, and a lot of them don't fluctuate much. So when we look at industrial production, we're looking at something that's very sensitive to economic fluctuation. And as a matter of fact, if we look even more closely at industrial production, we can get something that's more sensitive, and it's the following. This is something I want you to focus on. It's called the rate of capacity utilization. And it asks and answers this question. How much are we producing measured as a percentage of the maximum? So, take an obvious case. If our maximum output is 100 tons of stuff a day, and we're producing 80 tons of stuff a day, then obviously our rate of capacity utilization is 80%. Got it? Our next chart. Capacity utilization. Now, very sensitive measure of the economy. Take a look at it. Look what happened in the year 2000, 2001. See how it plunged? Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this question. Was the economy, or did the economy behave in a more volatile fashion before the year 1985 or since the year 1985? Has the economy behaved in a more volatile fashion? Before or since 1985? Before it was a little more volatile. By the way, measured by capacity utilization, was the last recession serious? By the last recession, I mean 2000, 2001. Yeah, it looks serious, doesn't it? I mean, look what happened to capacity utilization. It really took a drop, didn't it? Mm-hmm. So our production, measured as a percentage of the maximum, it really fell, didn't it? So, all right, but not as much. It wasn't quite as volatile as things in the 1970s. If you look in the 1970s, the economy was much more volatile. That's the old economy. Remember the old economy? We're going to talk about that in a moment. Moving right along. I'm going to skip the Purchasing Managers Index for a minute and get right to labor productivity. Once again, labor productivity just goes north. Not very interesting. But if you look at the rate of change, well, that is a little more interesting. And take a look at the rate of change after 1995. Not bad, right? Mm-hmm. Rate of change in productivity after 1995 is up there around, 3% a year, maybe, something like that.